good. So I'm going to ask you all a few questions. My first one's easy, and then they get a touch harder. Who can tell me what branch of government a state senator is in? Yes, in the red shirt. Awesome. That's the easiest question of the day. Congrats. So yes, I am in the legislative branch, and it is, we debate state laws. And we are a citizen legislature, which means we're part-time. We go into Annapolis in mid-January. We are there through mid-April. And that was originally because a lot of us were farmers, and we would come home and plant the crops. Another fun fact about the Senate in Annapolis is the old Senate chamber is where, sorry, is everything okay? What? There's a two orange cats right about here. Shall I just keep going? Okay. So what I was trying to say was that in the in Annapolis, in the old Senate chamber, this is where George Washington came after he won the war. And he stood before the Continental Congress and he resigned his commission. He basically said, I am signing over the power of the military to the Continental Congress. And then they all voted, and later he became our first president. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Okay, questions are gonna get harder. How many bills do you think in the legislature we heard this year? Anybody got a guess? Yes, way back there in the back.
50?
It was a lot more than 50. Go higher. Red shirt. How many?
600.
600's getting higher. It's higher still. How about the white shirt there?
850.
It's over 1,000. Over there in the corner.
1,250.
That's very specific. This year, we heard 3,473 bills. So about 2,000 of those were heard in the House, and about 1,500 were heard in the Senate. And out of those 3,400, did we get it? It's hard for me to even concentrate. Wow. Thank you all very much. I've never had to compete with a mouse before. So in the Senate, we sit on smaller groups called committees, and I am one of the 11 members on our Education, Energy, and the Environment Committee. And this committee heard almost 500 bills this year. And I want to give you an example and ask a couple questions about one of my favorite bills from a few years back. Now, this bill was introduced by my good friend, Senator Mary Beth Carrozza from Ocean City. Ocean City is a clue. Okay, so the bill was about solid waste management and prohibiting the release of a balloon into the atmosphere. So my first question is, what happens when you release a balloon? Wait, you asked one? No, go ahead in the red shirt. Where does the balloon go when you release it? Yeah. Yep. It goes up in the sky, and in the blue shirt here. Then what happens when it goes up in the sky? It does, it falls into the beach. And what happens once it hits the beach or the ocean water? How about there in the black jacket? Exactly. Animals can eat it or get tangled in it. And so the next question is, do you think releasing one balloon should be against the law? Who wants to say? Okay. Give me your answer and say why. Yes, in the jean jacket.
I think no, because if it was by accident, then I think we would have a lot less. But if you do it on purpose, it's because like you don't
Excellent answer. So basically, when we had a long debate on the floor and in committee about this bill, but basically the way it came out is if you intentionally release more than 10 balloons, that is now against the law. And so if you make a mistake once or twice, that's okay. But if what was happening was people wouldn't be having a wedding or celebration, they released like 100 balloons or 1,000 balloons, and that is no longer legal here in the state. And if you do happen to do that, then guess what? You have to have some environmental education. So anyways, I am so excited to hear from all of you today. Thank you for inviting me. I hope that this has piqued your interest in coming to Annapolis sometime soon and engaging. And most importantly, you guys have done the hard work. Now is your time to shine. So let's get ready and have some fun.